How are you?
I'm well and yourself, Zon.
I'm good, thanks. Sean, I've got a few questions regarding this tunnel. To use it, not to use it, can you maybe assist me with that?
Yeah, look, that's obviously a point of contention at the moment, whether you'd like to use it or whether you don't want to use it. And once again, it remains your personal preference as to whether you would want to use it.
So what's your opinion on that?
So my opinion on it obviously is, as with all other aspects that have been put into place to assist in the prevention, in this case, the prevention of the spread of the coronavirus, I'd absolutely use it. There are certain things that you would need to look at though when using the tunnel, which will obviously then eliminate those points of contentions that we're going to talk about.
Okay, Sean, so now to get to the first point, sanitizer. Can I use any sanitizer in this tunnel?
Look, strictly speaking, you can use any sanitizer. However, I would not advise using any sanitizer. And the reason for that is, obviously there's a huge promotion in terms of the 70% sanitizer and so on and so forth. If you're going to use a 70% sanitizer in a tunnel like this, for example, you need to consider all the negative effects that's going to come with it. I mean, you think about washing your hands on a daily basis. Now, as we are with the 70% sanitizer, you can see the abrasiveness of that sanitizer. I mean, we hear of people with peeling skin, with cracking skin, with dryness and all that sort of stuff. So think about applying that to your body, to your eyes, while walking through a tunnel where it's been sprayed on you all over. The irritation thereof and the abrasive thereof is very dangerous. The second thing, which is also very important to remember, is that alcohol is flammable. So the minute when you put it through a spray like this, it becomes highly combustible. So you are actually running the risk of, setting up in flames, which is not really what you want to do.
No.
So my recommendation is, when you start looking at a sanitizer that you want to use there, obviously you need to call us. And the reason why I say that is, we have an approved sanitizer or disinfectant, which has been approved to be used and has been recommended by the World Health Organization. It's been SABS accredited as well, that it can be used in a tunnel like this with negative side effects to the body.
Okay, Sean, so if I would walk through this tunnel and I would get some of that sanitizer in my mouth or my eyes, what would happen?
If it's a small amount as that, obviously then nothing's going to happen. If you're going to go and stick your head into a bowl of sanitizer and you're going to keep it there with eyes open, then obviously you're going to have problems. Like I said previously, it is a water-based, biodegradable, completely safe disinfectant that can be used. Just out of interest sake, so that you know, this disinfectant that we used is widely used in the medical field. It's used in the hospital environments, surgical field and so on. So it is a very, very safe sanitizer, and it is non-abrasive. So you don't have the effect that an alcohol-based sanitizer, for example, does.
So the main thing I would think is a main concern from a lot of people, if someone that would actually have the virus would walk through this tunnel and have a sneeze or a cough, or they would actually touch the sides. I mean, there's speculations of the virus staying airborne or on surfaces for a certain amount of hours.
Right.
What if I then afterwards walk through this tunnel, what would happen to me then?
Again, obviously you need to come into direct contact with the virus according to what the government is telling us, and obviously what the World Health Organization is telling us. You need to come into direct contact. So when somebody sneezes, coughs, or anything like that, it needs to settle on a surface. Once it settles on that surface and you touch the surface, then obviously you have a chance of contracting it by obviously pulling it through to your, any of your eyes or your ears, your nose, that sort of stuff, or even mouth. This tunnel, for example, and I'll show you, I'll just switch it on with the sensor over here. As you can see there, when it sprays, the entire tunnel on the inside is actually being disinfected at the same time. So when you walk through it, this tunnel is being disinfected. You're not touching sides or anything like that. Should anybody who had the virus go through it and they do sneeze or something like that, then that's going to go live somewhere which you're not going to have contact with whatsoever.
Okay.
The idea behind the tunnel is to ensure that you are disinfected when you move through, to ensure the safety and to help, again, preventing the spread of the virus from your body, from your person.
Okay, but we are being said that we must wash our hands for 20 seconds. So washing my hands for 20 seconds and walking through a tunnel for 5 seconds, please help me there.
Okay. Again, you're washing your hands because your hands are obviously in contact with your body more often than anything else. So that's why you need, and really it boils down to personal hygiene. Again, as I said, this is preventative. It's not the silver bullet. As what with hands is not the silver bullet, because once you've washed your hands and you do come in contact with a virus and you don't wash your hands again and you do touch, then you're going to get the virus. So it really is about obviously helping the prevent of spread of the virus. And that's really what this is going to do. This is going to disinfect you as a person, not just your hands, once you walk through it. We do, however, recommend that obviously when you walk through the tunnel that you don't just, you're not running a marathon, yeah? Don't run through it. Take your time as you move through it to ensure that you do get contact over the body.
So I take my time walking through the tunnel. I get to the end of the side, I must go into a shop or somewhere. I'm leaving a pile trace of water and sanitizer behind me because I've been like soaking myself in the tunnel.
So fortunately that is not the case. These nozzles over here give you 5.5 liters per hour, which really isn't enough to soak you once you walk through. That really is going to give you a coverage. It's going to give you contact time on your clothing and on your person, which is then going to help disinfect you. I promise you, if you've walked out of there on the other side and you're leaving a trail of fluid behind you, you might as well take some soap and water and have a shower as well.
All right. Sean, please explain to me what this tunnel is made of, how it works. Give me some insight on this.
So we made the tunnel fairly rugged. This one specifically is the top of the range tunnel. You can obviously, depending on how it is, what your requirement is, we do have an entry level model as well. But this tunnel comes with all of its electronics, which obviously is an automation kit as well, which means that you can leave it on. Okay, so your pump's not running, there's no fluid that's being wasted or anything like that. Only once somebody actually moves through it will it pick it up, and then will the nozzle start spraying. Okay, so that's an option which you have. It's really made out of steel. It's a steel tunnel, and it's been painted with a high quality paint. The grid that we use at the bottom obviously is solid. It's very durable. We spared no costs in terms of building a quality product. Also, an optional extra to this is the ramp, as you can see there, and below that we do have a drip tray. So depending on where it is that you are, you can obviously have a drip tray at the bottom, and that drip tray then will catch the fluid, and then you can run that off to wherever it is that you need to run it off. It really is a very good quality. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
No.
Also, something to remember as well. As you can see, we've got a 1,000-liter bin that goes with it as well. Option is up to you. Whether you'd like to have a 1,000-liter bin, depending on your space, we can do your 210-liter bin on the side of as well. We can really customize it to what your needs are. Coming back to the sanitizer, we do offer it in a 1,000-liter, in a 25-liter, and a 5-liter drum.
You see, my main concern is we all watch the news.
Yeah.
And one thing that was said is tunnels is unsafe. Don't do it. So if I do decide to use a tunnel and someone walks through it and they get sick, what is the legal aspects? What's possibly what can happen?
Look, somebody that's going to get sick isn't going to get sick from the tunnel. There's no ways they can get sick from the tunnel itself. All that we're doing here is we are coating you with a disinfectant, which is going to help kill the virus and other viruses for that matter as well. If you are going to contract anything, it certainly is not going to be from the tunnel. The tunnel itself is not unsafe. What is unsafe is the liquid that is used inside the tunnel. It's very important to remember that. You don't want to be using I'm assuming when you refer to somebody getting sick, it's maybe a bit of an eye sore or possibly respiratory infection or something like that. That would happen from inhaling, for example, an alcohol-based sanitizer. That would happen from getting alcohol-based sanitizer in your eyes. Just out of interest sake, while we're on that subject, and I'm carrying these with me now just to show you, but we have the accreditation. I mean, we've got the SABS accreditation. We've got our MSDS certification. We obviously got our product sheets as well. This is all available on our website. So really, if there's anything that you need, if there's anything that you're unclear about, if there's anything that is concerning to you at that stage, please, you're welcome. Get in touch with us. Have a look at our website. Everything is there, and we'll be able to give you all the necessary information about it.
Sean, thanks a lot. I do think that some of my questions was answered. I feel a little bit better now.
Okay. Thank you so much for the talk. Fortunately, we're in the same building, so if you want to speak to me about anything else again, then we could just knock on each other's doors. Right? Guys, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Please give us a call. www.flowbins.co.za.